Alrighty then. Hey, this is Wentus yet again. I'm going to be continuing my Let's Play of Pikmin 2. Last time we finished things off above ground in the Valley of Repose, and we started into the subterranean complex. This episode we're going to be finishing up the subterranean complex and leaving the Valley of Repose for the last time. So, let's go ahead deeper into the cave. Oh god, I'm not looking forward to the boss of this cave. Let me just say, the boss of this cave is one of my most dreaded enemies in this game. Like, the Water Wraith is by far my most dreaded one just because of the sheer terror it brings on, but I usually don't lose much to it. This upcoming enemy, oh god, I remember this floor. I couldn't forget this floor if I tried. Okay, want to make sure I have good pointer controls. I'm having to, like, tuck my controller in towards my belly and point that way, so it's really awkward. That's why I need to have good control here. This entire thing is made up of narrow corridors. It looks like it's some sort of drain pipe of some sort. Not drain pipe, but... yeah, no. There are explosives everywhere here. And including Walking Death itself, the volatile dweevils. Just gotta run away. So yeah, this floor has to be taken extremely slowly. Let's go ahead and throw a yellow Pikmin to set that off so that we don't have to have any shenanigans going on with that. Now, almost everything on this floor explodes. I think the exception is there's like one cannon beetle, but I think that's it. Other than that, it's just explosives falling from the sky, explosives walking towards us, walking explosives falling from the sky, and more explosions. That's all this floor is going to be. So let's get you to start. Oh, I got a text message. I'll take care of that in between episodes. Okay. No, volatile dweevils are one of probably the most feared vanilla enemy for me. And by vanilla enemy, I mean just like basic one that's not actually that big of a deal. Like they die really easily, not like a boss. But of the bosses, my most actually feared one would have to be the Water Wraith, just because of the sheer panic it induces in me. But it's not one I usually lose things to, like I was saying earlier. What I tend to lose things to most is actually one boss that we have not seen yet, and one at the end of this dungeon. So I think there's like 2 treasures in this whole area. Okay, that's another bomb. Fantastic. Did he wake up? He did, but he's not doing anything. Alright, set yourself off, and we're just gonna run from you. Luckily, volatile dweevils are super slow. It's funny, if you actually get out of their range, they'll fall back asleep but continue exploding. It'd be terrifying if they actually like managed to stop the countdown early. I'd rather retreat into an area we haven't been yet. That's exactly why. I was trying to say, I'd rather retreat into an area we have been because I know there won't be more bombs falling. Actually, I don't know that, because in this area, you never know when... like, I swear there are times that you can just barely go past, like... okay, it's like a single pixel that you have to have something step across to set off the bomb, and you can easily miss that your first time through, so there might be more bombs falling through your second time through. Alright. Okay, Yellow, get back with us. Okay, there we go. Let's set off that bomb. Actually, I'd rather not have a Pikmin grabbed. Okay. So you have to get this nut back. Or is it a screw? It might actually be a screw since it's buried. Weird that it's buried in solid rust. But whatever. Okay, it takes 12 to get back. Let's just throw all the white Pikmin we can on it. Okay, that should be plenty. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go by the exit, make sure it's clear of any and all bombs. The exit usually doesn't have bombs on it, but I swear there have been times that I've seen it have bombs. I'm going to leave the Prez here, just in case we need to make an emergency exit. Now, I don't think I've even had to make an emergency exit ever, like in this playthrough, but I have had to in other playthroughs, which is why I'm always taking the precaution. Because there's just like times that you realize, oh god, I can't possibly get out of that blast radius. I'm going to lose everything. Swap, let's go down a floor. Ah, there's another treasure over there. Let's just drop down here. There's definitely going to be something here. Oh god, no. It's going to corner us. Just run, run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man. But I think that purple Pikmin might get caught. It's very shiny, surprising. Adamantine girdle. Okay. Looks like everyone was in the clear. So yeah, I realized that my mistake as soon as I dropped off that little cliff. It's like, oh god, we have to walk through all unstepped territory where there could be bombs. Now, we clear here. That's, excuse me, the path up. Let's go ahead and clear that other bomb. So far, so good with this area. We won't have whites to carry it back this time, so it's going to take a little bit longer. But we're going to get as many whites onto this as we can, since they're our fastest. It's also slightly buried. Blue Pikmin, sure. They may as well be the rest to carry it. Just because I knew that would happen. There are always times in this game. In fact, I'm going to whistle you guys back because you guys are not going to outrun him. Oh, God. Why would you guys run right back towards the explosion? Like, they had a clear path back to me, but no, they decided to explode instead. Oh well, at least it was just blue Pikmin. We can replace those. You know, this actually reminds me, I've been watching a lot of Dragon Ball Z Abridged recently, and I'm just reminded of the lines with Frieza, like, it's like, oh no, we lost, what are those things called again? Minions, sir. We got more of them back at the ship. That's not the exact line, but you get the point of, it's like, yeah, we can replace those. Still, we've lost some Pikmin. I actually do value our Pikmin in this game. I hate losing them. I always think it's like, no, I think we can make it past, but usually it's just my trying to rush things. And ooh, this is really weird shine to it. Mystical disc. It's a clock face, probably for a watch. And that's that. Let's just go ahead and take the fast way back with the Prez. Well, that was a fantastic floor to start off this episode with. One of my most dreaded floors in the game, just because I lost a lot of good Pikmin on this floor. One of the most terrifying things to see is to see a Pikmin explode and go flying off a cliff and just scream until it hits the bottom. I've had that happen multiple times on that floor. Oh god, this looks unpleasant. Oh, would you look at that? Let's go ahead and have our yellows clear these guys out. Okay, now we rush you. Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up! Oh god. Yes. Alright. For a second there I thought that little guy was gonna actually jump off and die. Luckily, this guy is no longer a threat to us because he doesn't have any of his own kind near him. Alright. Repair Juggernaut. There we go. We don't have any leaf picking currently, so I'm not going to worry about that egg. Actually, I'm going to clear that egg out just because I can. Alright, it's just nectar. I was hoping it'd have some sort of potion in it for us, but no biggie. That appears to be a fiery Dweevil, if I were to guess. It's kind of hard to tell with the lighting, especially since I'm actually recording in daylight, which I don't always do. And it's... I don't know, the brightness is not the best for me right now. So let's go ahead and just clear out the poison traps. They're the things that are going to be the consistent threats to us. Then we're going to take out the beetles. And then we'll take care of the flying enemies. Alright, he just dropped a bomb rock off a cliff. Good for him. Now... Okay, here's how I want to do this. I'm actually going to dismiss all our Pikmin except for our yellows, because our yellows are the most prepared to take on the flying enemies since they can jump higher, or be thrown higher. There we go, only yellows? Yep. And they also are immune to electricity. Because of that, I'm actually going to take out these flying enemies first. Okay, let's just go ahead and back away from that. Let's go ahead and bait him back over here to where we are a bit safer. Not safer anymore. Okay, come on. Alright, we finally got him down. Problem is that bomb. Alright, let's see if we can't get him. Yep, we managed to knock him down before he could plant another bomb. That... Well, this guy just killed that Dweevil. Alright, let's knock you out of the air so you don't just draw another bomb up. And then we kill you. There we go. You kind of have to land the Pikmin directly on top of it, and it'll, like, instantly pop the bombs. Now, where'd that, volatile Dweevil... What? I'll take it! In fact, I am going to take it. I saw a volatile Dweevil carrying that thing, though. You know, I bet I know what happened. I bet the volatile Dweevil walked off the cliff, and because of that, the treasure went off the cliff. But, of course, the developers thought of that, so that whenever something walks off a cliff with a treasure, the treasure isn't actually lost, it just kind of shows back up. Luckily, that would have been horrible if we just lost that treasure forever. Space Wave Receiver. Which reminds me, there's actually something like that could happen in Pikmin 1 with one of the treasures. You see, they made it so that, not treasures, one of the ship parts. You see, ship parts stay where they are at the end of the day. That's why they had it so that treasures can reset at the end of the day in this game. Because in Pikmin 1, it was possible for one ship part to bounce off a cliff, and it was a required ship part that can make the game unwinnable if it bounced off the cliff, because since it never resets, it remains off the cliff. Speaking of off the cliff, that Dweevil just walked to his death. Now, let's see if we can't just chase you off a cliff. That'd be pretty much ideal, actually. Well, he just kind of... I can't believe that actually worked. I wasn't actually expecting him to walk off a cliff. He was, not a volatile Dweevil, what's the word for poisonous Dweevils? Man, I'd like for that treasure to show back up. I can't remember the name for those type of Dweevils. Not Anode, oh, there's the treasure. Not Anode Dweevils, not volatile Dweevils, not fiery Dweevils. Caustic Dweevils. That's it, I think. Or is that what the watery Dweevils are called? I don't actually remember now. There's so many Dweevils in this game, it is insane. There we go. Vacuum processor. Munge Dweevils, that's what they're called. I remember now. Alright, let's go ahead and dismiss... Whoa. Pointer's freaking out again because I stretched and I didn't put it back exactly the way it was. Let's just go ahead and head down to the next floor. We're doing alright for Pikmin right now as far as how many we've lost. Like, it's not the end of the world currently. And we have more than 90% of the Pikmin that we came in with. Let's see, we're at sub-level 7, so 3 more to go, including this one. Okay, for a second there I thought I wasn't recording again. I always get terrified of this with its autosave feature. I always get this is why I always keep backups an eye here. Why is it so bright here? Do we have... No, we don't have vision of the whole floor. A lot of bomb rocks around. That jerk's up there, and he's totally got a treasure in him. But I'd rather deal with him last, if possible. And wow, the background here. Let's just take a moment to admire that. Let's see if we can't get a better view of it. Huh. Imagine an area like this actually existing in real life, and ooh, you can kind of see like down to where we're going to drop down to. It's kind of neat. Yeah, this is how we had it before. Now, that's another Gatling Groink, but he's not up on a cliff, so I'm not as afraid of dealing with him. But he does have a lot of bomb rocks near him, so I'm gonna set off that bomb rock next to him. Gatling Groinks are immune to explosions, though, so he won't be damaged by it. Oh, good, he survived. Oh, he actually wasn't immune to that explosion, though. But I can't... I have to, like... I can't bait him out of that corner, because he just doesn't care. Okay, yeah, we're getting him out of this corner one way or the other, because we are not going to have him toss our Pikmin off a cliff. Now get out of there, little guy. Okay, he's okay. Now, come on, get back to us. Good. Alright. You can't shoot forever. So yes, that's about where we'd rather fight you. Come on. Now aim at us and miss. There we go. It's kind of interesting how with the Gatling Groinks die, it's like the ammunition that's inside of them, and it is stated that it is ammunition, hence why its little tail rotates like it's cycling through ammo. But yeah, the ammunition inside of it like explodes internally. Now that's like one of the most violent deaths for any of the creatures in this game, and this thing just gets right back up after it. Now that is amazing. Just goes to show that they are like the toughest enemy in this game. Like seriously, think about that for a second. Most enemies just get slapped to death very slowly. Gatling Groinks, however, no. They get slapped until their innards explode, and then they just walk it off. That is amazing. Like, we have to, like, fully disintegrate them and break them down inside of an onion in order to kill them. That brings a point. What does the ship do to them to keep them dead? Does it, like, fire some sort of weaponry at them every time they get back up? Or what does it do to keep them down? Or does it keep them alive inside of it? That's a scary thought, actually. Just clear this area out. I don't want to risk any bomb rocks, and this area may look familiar to you. It's actually a set piece that was an area in a previous cave that was a guaranteed floor, as I like to call them. Floors that will always be the same no matter how many times you come back to them. Like the Emergence Cave is made up entirely of guaranteed floors. It's not any randomization. But this is actually a set piece that was an entire floor previously. The treasure's not in you, right? Good, so we don't have to deal with you. So let's just have our white Pikmin carry this back, or our purples can help. The music suddenly had like a shift there. Alright, come on you guys. Just need you to get over that. They're doing it slowly but surely. Come on. I know that treasure is kind of bugged, but you can get it out of there. Just need the right Pikmin power. Come on. I know you guys can get out of there. I swear to God, if you walk off the cliff. There we go. Now they should be able to get back safely with that in theory. Yeah, there's just a bomb rock over there. He's not going to be able to threaten them because they'll get past too quickly. This is one of the two treasures, I think. There's only one more, and that'll be inside that Gatling Groink. Okay, now let me think real quick. There's the way out. Gatling Groink's all that's really left. We don't need white Pikmin to fight the Gatling Groink, so we may as well let them finish carrying that back. What we do want to do, however, since it's so high up, we do not want to bring anything along but really yellows. Yeah, yellows should be enough to take it down. Alright, now let's get you to just set off all of these bombs. Actually, there's treasure here. And that treasure is being brought back. And now, if it's only just this, we could just sneak past. No, we won't really be able to sneak past Gatling Groink. Thirst Activator. Okay. Now, do you actually set off bombs? It appears that he doesn't. And yeah, he has a treasure inside him as well anyway. Now let's just back off of that. So yeah, it looks like the Gatling Groink's explosions are coded entirely differently, because bomb rocks will set off other bomb rocks. But the thing is, the Gatling Groink shots don't set it off. To add on top of that, Gatling Groink shots don't damage the Gatling Groink. Like if they are firing at it, if it fires at his feet, it won't damage itself. But bomb rock explosions will damage the Gatling Groink. Alright, let's go ahead and gather everyone back. Hope I am not landing like any of these on top of him. Got him. Alright, managed to get the treasure out of him. But more importantly, we need to carry him back before he gets back up. I know the Gatling Groinks that are programmed to be on top of platforms are programmed to like never walk off the platforms. I wonder if we take him down and then let him come back up, which I'm not going to test. But would he start walking around, or would he continue to stand still? Asking the important questions here. Yeah, no, Gatling Groinks get up really fast too, so I take no risks with those things. Especially with the fact that they use explosions. Not super deadly explosions, but still risky enough to where I don't want to mess with it. Indomitable CPU. I'll laugh if the descriptions for those treasures are actually saying along the lines of, like, this extremely advanced technology is far beyond anything we could do. Get away from my Pikmin. Back off. Yeah, just sit there and die. Yeah, I'm gonna laugh if those, like, old-fashioned vacuum tubes are actually considered to be so advanced that the Hokatations have no idea what they are. Like, they said that batteries contain an incredible amount of energy to them. But then again, I guess energy can be kind of relative to size, while processing power not so much. Let's go ahead and clear open these. Ooh, that's a bunch of Mightites in that. Fantastic. Furious adhesive. Okay, let's see if we can't get some purple Pikmin to just kill these things. That is a lot of nectar. And a lot of Mightites. Do we have any leaf Pikmin? Yeah, we have a few. May as well clear that out. Yeah, we got all the treasures for this floor. We're ready to move on to the next. Let's go ahead and just set off that bomb and then get all our Pikmin up to flowers. I may as well have some already existing flower Pikmin clear out the Mightites, though, just to make sure they were only... Why would you do that? There we go. So yeah, as I was saying, clear out the Mightites so that we don't have any leaf Pikmin accidentally grab a Mightite so that they don't get upgraded to flowers. There we go. Plenty, plenty. Now let's just go ahead and dismiss you guys so that you'll be safe. Where's the cave exit? It is this way. And there we go. Moving on to the next floor. Ah. Now let's see what this next floor has for us. It'd be nice to have just like a restoration floor right before the boss floor, because this boss is not going to be easy. No, this is probably not a restoration floor. Oh, it totally is, actually. What do you know? I did not know that. Ooh, and it's giving us purples, which are going to be useless in this fight, but we need more purples. So let's see, what do we have a lot of? We don't need any blues for what's coming up, so we're just gonna... There we go. Sorry, I was silent there because I was trying to do this just right so that I didn't have any of the wrong Pikmin go in. Yeah, I was planning to fill in the rest with reds anyway, since we need yellows primarily for the fight coming up. Excuse me. Now, what's a shame is that these Queen Candy Pop Buds are actually kind of useless to us. And the most we can do with them is, convert a blue into more yellows. And the thing is, it's not even going to give the maximum amount, because see, we're at 100 now. Throwing anything into another Queen Candy Pop Bud would actually give us nothing. So let's just go ahead and, see, how many yellows do we have? 45. Yeah, I think that's about right. And reds, we're just going to toss reds into this. There we go. That way we have plenty of purple Pikmin. We're going to get them upgraded into flower Pikmin while we're at it before moving on to the next floor. Let's go ahead and get that and that. Let's get as many on these as we possibly can. We have a lot of leaf Pikmin. Now, I think we should... Oh, I did not mean to zoom out like that. We should be able to get the rest of our leaves done with this. There we go. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and dismiss. Take a quick gander around. See if there are any more purple or white flowers. Looks like it's just a Queen Candy Pop Bud, and I may as well clear out these eggs to see if we get any potions. Sorry, my nose really itches. Much better. Oh, we actually got a potion, so it's definitely worth our time, especially since it's a purple potion. Exactly what we need. Let's see if we can't get another one out of these. There we go. And we are not exiting here. We're moving on to the next floor. Now, my plan for the next floor is basically this. I'm dismissing all of our Pikmin next to the exit, and taking just the yellow Pikmin with us. Olimar, the president actually will be the one guarding the Pikmin at the exit, and Olimar will be doing the fighting. I like playing as Olimar more, simple as that. Now you may notice this looks kind of like a mechanically made spider web. There's a reason for that. Now, just gonna try to whistle back primarily yellows. Send this back. We don't have to worry about the fight just starting randomly. Now let's go ahead and get these guys. There we go. Now gather the rest of y'all and hide back here like a bunch of babies. 45 yellows should be enough to do this. And there is our opponent. I don't know if I'm ready for this, actually. I am super nervous because... screw it, let's just do this. Ladies and gentlemen, meet the man at legs. We want to do as much damage to it before it can get up as we can. Actually, I don't think we do any damage till it's up. Now, this may look... Now, I'm going to pause and let me just say this real quick. This may look like just a mechanical bee long legs. No big deal. No big deal. This is how it fights. Oh god, it is decimating everything. We need to get to cover as quickly as possible. Then it has to reload and it runs around really weirdly. It can't actually step on your Pikmin. Okay, now it's going to start shooting at us. So yeah, we need to get to cover is the only way we can get through this. Oh god, that... Nice strafing Pikmin! That was really good, actually. And that Pikmin just did some work there. Like, I was thinking he's like, oh, that Pikmin is so dead. But no, he strafed that and survived like a boss. Alright, now let's just go ahead and hide. Yeah, for some reason, my old strategy as a kid was to run away, and that's why I always lost so many Pikmin. No, you want to take cover from this thing. Hiding will do you no good. Alright, we just rush it whenever it's running around and reloading. Now, we just get off of it and hide. Alright, come on, little guy. Strafe. Strafe. That's it! You did it! Oh god! That hit me! And we're not behind cover! Crap! Oh, god. Okay, so we're down to just 28 remaining yellows. I could be fighting this with any type of Pikmin, actually, but the fact is that yellows are the ones that reach it the easiest. Okay, come on, little guy. Make it over. So yeah, you want to hide, like, right next to this thing, otherwise it will be able to reach you. It's all a matter of angles. Okay, there we go. So yeah, even when you know what you're doing against this guy, he is still a massive threat. And I'm not even gonna risk... Oh, god. Come on, little guys, you can make it? You made it. Oh, god! I thought he was done! No. Unlike the shots of a Gatling Groink, this guy's shots are instant death. But we got him. Man legs down. I love that death animation, it just explodes. And, for the first time in a long time, we have an upgrade treasure. That mechanized monstrosity is no longer functional. An insect and a machine forming a symbiotic relationship? Life forms here are beyond odd. Initiating area scan. Glass sphere detected. So yes, we have a light bulb here, and this is actually going to do something very noticeable immediately. This is going to help us with every cave we go into from now on, and I'm talking every single cave. It's going to make a huge difference. Now observe as it gets taken in. For once it makes sense for the thing to be glowing! Stellar orb. If I combine this glass sphere with the synthetic sun I have been secretly developing... Processing complete. I have manufactured a solar system. That not meaning like solar system as in planets, but solar as in sun system. The artificial sunlight it emanates will brighten underground areas. What this essentially does for us, as you can see, everything now is really bright and clear. Like, we can see everything. I was talking about brightness being an issue actually earlier, and it's now no longer an issue. But another thing to note is if we press plus, you can't really tell here, but it reveals the entire floor to us, so we immediately know where everything is as soon as we fall to a floor, which is really nice. I wanted to save this for one of our last few caves for a reason, though. One, I wanted to save it because, well, I kind of like the dark look of caves because it kind of adds an atmosphere to it, and I didn't want to have it for all our caves along the way. 2, this is one of the toughest bosses in the game, and 3, I wanted to take it on as... Actually, I don't remember what the third reason was, but yeah, those are the reasons why. I lost a lot of Pikmin, though. $35. But the cave is complete. With that, we're finished with the Valley of Repose. And, you know, I'm just going to skip to Sunset. I could grind for purple flowers since I don't think they're guaranteed in the subterranean complex. I haven't really checked, but I don't think they are guaranteed. But yeah, I'm actually going to be ending the day off early for the first time in this project, just because we have nothing really left to do. We have plenty of all types of Pikmin. In fact, we have now significantly increased our number of purple Pikmin. There we go. And yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and skip to end of day. Hard to believe that this project is almost done. We have half of the zones done, and we'll be finishing up the next zone next time. Sorry, I like to be silent as much as possible during those scenes. Alright, so we earned a total of 1,570. That would be 15% of the original debt. But we lost a lot. Only our white and purple Pikmin went up. We have fewer than 100 reds left. Papa, I'm going to prep school. Mama said that if I don't study hard, I can't become a proper lady. Did I write a nice proper mail? Do tell, Papa. And there you can see Olimar's daughter. So it's known that Olimar has one son and one daughter, and of course his wife. So we've actually gotten to see all of them over the course of this. We see his daughter, Louis's mother, his son, and his wife. So that's just an interesting thing to note. He always wrote about them in his journal in the original one. But yeah, that's going to be all for today. 2 areas done. 1 more will be finished next time. And then I estimate this will take 4 more episodes to complete. 1 for finishing up... Well, actually, no, it's going to take... no, that cave is actually pretty short. We could probably do it in just 1 episode. So 1 episode here. It's going to take at least 2 for the next cave. Another episode for the above ground. And then probably 3 for the drink den. So no, we got a lot left to go. I could have done this all so much more efficiently, but I really failed, and I apologize for that. Either way, though, that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Thank you guys very much for watching. And, as per usual, if you enjoyed this episode and you'd like to support me, the best way you can is by telling your friends. It really does help me a lot. And of course, if you haven't already and you'd like to see more of my content, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Or don't. Either way, really. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time we continue this game of Pikmin 2. See ya then.